Been waiting for your call.
They caused a hell of a mess in Moscow. Was it worth it?
Adler managed to get the... Available?
Yeah, I've already did the shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Woods and Mason are gonna take point on this. Apparently, Rudnik is lying low in a remote Soviet base in the mountains of Uzbekistan. Not remote enough. We're gonna land our boys nearby and pay him a little visit. Let's cut this Perseus sucker down to size.
Rudnik better be in that base if we came all this fucking way.
Command sounded confident. Once we blow the shit out of their radio tower and create a distraction, we'll find out.
It's time for a little hide and seek.
All right. We're in position.
Roger that. There's an airmail package ready for delivery. Just need an address. Go ahead and mark the radio tower for us.
Mason, the tower's up above on that far ridge.
Coordinates coming your way.
Roger. The check is in the mail. Now get down there and eliminate route.
That's cool.
Okay. Woods and Mason are gonna take point on this. Apparently, Rudnik is lying low in a remote Soviet base in the mountains of Uzbekistan. Not remote enough. We're gonna land our boys nearby and pay him a little visit. Let's cut this Perseus sucker down to size.
Alright, here we go. Let's do this. That doesn't happen again.
Rudnik better be in that base if we came all this fucking way.
Command sounded confident. Once we blow the shit out of their radio tower and create a distraction, we'll find out.
It's time for a little hide and seek.
All right. We're in position.
Roger that. There's an airmail package ready for delivery. Just need an address. Go ahead and mark the radio tower for us.
Mason, the tower's up above on that far ridge.
coordinates coming your way.
Roger. The check is in the mail. Now get down there and eliminate Rudnick before he escapes.
We don't have a lot of time to mess this guy up. Mason, take your line down. I'll have your back from up here.
Let's do this.
Building clear. Rudnick isn't here.
Go on and move to the next building. Got another one. We keeping score?
What's I beating your ass, bro? Hello? Okay, I was gonna say I'm on the last few missions here, so I'm pumping it out right now. Well, there's 4 ways for the game to end.
ya! I got Rudnick.
We need kill confirmation.
Kill confirmed. We got the pic to prove it. Maybe next time we can draw pictures for them, too.
Nice work. Evac chopper inbound. Pop some smoke to mark your location.
Smoke out!
Chopper's just a few minutes out.
Look sharp. We're on the way.
Mason, we have air support on standby. Call it in if you need it.
Send it in!
Red's incoming.
Roger that.
Time to raise the pay. Look! It's an asshole parade!
Hang on, I'm almost there. Eyes on smoke, touching down soon.
Got one. About fucking time. Over to my exit over. Hey, don't fucking forget me. The long walk home. I'll see you in a few.
More, please.
Nice work down there, mate. I think Perseus is gonna cry like a fucking baby when he hears we race Rudnick. They hate babies. Down here, Mason.
Is this it? Yeah, jeez.
Available. Yeah.
I swear the next mission was somewhere else. watch a video.
Hastings left Salt Lake City. We tracked his movements all the way to Cuba. We have to assume Perseus moved the nuke there.
Langley believes Castro could help Perseus smuggle it into the U.S. in exchange for a peek at the hardware, of course.
That isn't gonna happen.
What's the plan?
The last read we have on Hastings came from 30 miles south of Havana. We suspect Perseus is using an abandoned compound there to hold the nuke. They're working under the radar, so expect moderate security. I say we smash and grab. Parachute in, grab the nuke, skyhook out.
And what if the nuke isn't there?
It's there. The only reason Perseus needs Hastings in Cuba is to prepare it for arming and detonation.
There you have it. Hudson will arrange our exfil while we're en route. If everyone's ready, let's move out.
So this must be the last mission. Goddamn. I wonder what ending I get. No, because I got other things to do. Plus I got 20 people watching me. I'm live streaming. That's what's up.
Adler's late.
No, love, we're early. Adler should be checking in right about...
Park, we're in position.
Copy that. We're moving to flank.
All teams, we do this fast and loud. Find Hastings, grab the nuke, get the hell out. Woods, light up this joint. About fucking time.
Go, go, go! Do the honors, Bill.
Moving up, it's like fucking clockwork.
All teams fan out. Advance to the main gate. Second floor window. Take your team right.
Copy.
What did these poor bastards do?
They finished their job.
They love a reward.
They've got closed circuit cameras. We could use them to locate the nuclear bomb.
Sharp as ever.
Contact.
Mason, you missed one behind the counter.
Thanks, Park.
Keep looking. There. Hold it. Adler, we have eyes on the nuclear device. Bloody hell. Someone's killing the scientists.
Where?
Second floor, room 27B. Second floor, center room. Upstairs. Let's move.
You there, Park?
Crude, but effective.
Can't keep your eyes off me, huh, Park?
Bell used to C4. Adler, we're moving to the second floor.
We're pinned down. Move ahead. We'll catch up.
B. Adler, we're heading inside. Lazar, man the door.
Got it, Park.
Bell, canvass the room. Hastings, stop talking.
Perseus was here. He shot us. Escaped.
Perseus would never leave his precious nuke behind.
He forced us to reverse engineer the detonation codes. And give him full access to Greenlight.
What? Are you telling me Perseus can detonate multiple nukes in Europe?
I'm so sorry.
Hastings, stay with us.
That's a
How
big
many
one.
Greenlight devices can Perseus detonate with those codes?
He can detonate all of them.
He'll wipe out half of Europe.
Blame it all on the USA. We need to find that son of a bitch, Perseus.
Time to go. No?
Contact! Chopper coming in low. It's gotta be Perseus. All teams head to the roof.
Move! Move!
We got a shit ton of reinforcements circling this compound. Adler, I got eyes on an HVT. South rooftop. Could be Perseus. He's climbing into a chopper.
ammo. I think I'm ready for that drink now.
Don't tease me, Park.
But we'll have none of that horse piss you call beer. It'll be a proper drink.
Get ready. Here they come. Getting low on ammo. Where's that plane?
1 minute. Stay focused, Joseph. I'll tell you when we get out of this, I'm fine.
Now that's something worth fighting.
Fuck you.
Ground team, this is Skyhook. Your zone is hot as hell. Can you lend an assist? Roger that. Help is on the way. Roger that. Clearing the roof now. That's a hit. Good impact. Good effect. Good effect. Ground team, we only got enough fuel for one more pass. Be ready for extract. You will not get another chance.
Copy that, Skyhook.
I can see the plane. Park, we need to hook into the line now.
We'll do it in turns. Bell, you harness up first. We'll cover. Go!
This?
Take cover.
Okay.
Bell?
Ground team,
My legs.
contact in T-minus 10, 9,
The harness.
8, 7,
Move
6,
your ass, Bell.
5,
We're nearly out of time.
3,
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
1.
Grab her. No. Oh shit, nigga. Oh shit.
Well, that was a goddamn fiasco.
Okay, just cut that out for me. I don't give a fuck. Thanks. Okay, here we go.
Well, that was a goddamn fiasco.
You go in with the intel you have, not the intel you want. We paid the fucking piper down there.
You think this is Bell's fault?
I don't know whose fault it is. I just know that Perseus doesn't have a single fucking nuke. He's got dozens.
Millions of people are gonna die, and the United States will take the blame. You need to find out where he's planning to broadcast the activation signal.
How are we gonna pull that out of our ass?
Bell knows where it is.
Bell? This goddamn science project was a failure!
Don't count Adler out yet. The man has a deep bag of tricks.
Okay, so that wasn't the last mission, but holy fuck, I just lost Parks. Yikes. I'm curious about the team comp right now.
Come on, a little further. Sims, get the gurney.
look like shit. Or were you always that ugly? Oh. Hey. Thanks for... back there. Saved my ass.
I got you,
Maybe you're
Obios.
one of us after all. No matter what happens, I never forget the people I owe.
Sims, get the dosages ready. All of them.
Adler, stop wasting our valuable time. He's of no use to us anymore.
Stay alert, Bell. You're the key to stopping Perseus. No more half-asses. We're doing an intracerebral injection.
Directly into the brain?
So they're
Not sure I can watch this.
Damn. You're the eyesight. You sure about this, Doc?
Wish there was another way.
Stab that through
You got
my
this,
eye.
Bell.
Bell, listen to me. I need you to remember. Think back to our time in Vietnam one more time. We need to finish what we started. We had a job to do.
Alright, so it's this mission.
Think, Bell. Perseus. Do you remember coming face to face with Perseus in Vietnam?
EKG is spiking.
Shit.
Heart rate's off the charts.
I need you to relax and focus, Bell. Your helicopter crashed. You made your way through the jungle, alone. You found a bunker. Do you remember the bunker, Bell? We need to know what's inside that bunker.
So it's this mission. Which this one's apparently very replayable because there's 4 different scenarios you can go through. Which is interesting.
Do not trust Adler. Adler is lying to you. Do not trust him. Do not listen to Adler. He is lying to you. He is lying to you. Do not trust Adler.
During a mission to investigate reports of a Soviet bunker, your chopper was hit by ground fire.
The question is what do I believe? Because apparently there's that.
According to your debrief, you woke up in the middle of a firefight. The crash survivors were defending against a VC attack. You ran forward and picked up an M16. Or maybe it was another one. The remaining VC fled into the tree line. It was then you realized you were the sole survivor. You set off to locate the bunker.
left, I can go in the temple, I can go to the right.
The path split near a ruin, so you took the right fork, not the trail to the left.
Here's. Let's find you some bit.
The zip line nearby was the best way back to the team. You wanted to get to that bunker as soon as possible.
Oh, now I know.
Bell, turn back and use the zip line to reach the bunker.
Okay, so let's feel a little control-y.
What the hell? Why is Bell on Scenario 11? A few allies were pinned down on a ridge. You readied your sniper rifle to assist.
Command, this is Big 2-4. We've got a possible Soviet command outpost in sight. NPC all over us, requesting a napalm strike.
Big 2-4, roger. Diverting air power to your area, 30 seconds out. Ready to deliver. Roger, here we come. Get your people back and head down.
Inside the house hit by napalm, you'll find a hidden bunker door.
So he goes to the bunker regardless. All the way back. Huh? Alright, come on. Shit. Okay, buddy.
Christ, what's happening to him? I don't...
The CIA's mind control program has had a great deal of success within Atlantic countries.
We got a job to do.
Great.
Let's up the dosage and run 1B this time.
Ready to go.
Interesting.
According to your debrief, you woke up and the rest of your crew was missing. The VC were on the ground searching for survivors. You readied your bow to take them out silently.
This definitely is interesting.
thân mời đồng chí tới với chúng ta nhé.
The path split near a ruin, so he took the right fork, not the trail to the left.
The zip line nearby was the best way back to the cave. We wanted to get to that bunker as soon as possible. Bell, turn back and use the zip line to reach the bunker. Seeing a firefight, you readied your M16.
Stirred up a hornet's nest. We need chopper support ASAP.
Roger that. Chopper inbound. ETA 2 minutes.
Let's back up.
Okay.
Seeing a firefight, you ready to
He stirred up a hornet's nest. We need chopper support ASAP.
Roger that. Chopper inbound. ETA 2 minutes. hostiles.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks, Johnson. Appreciate it.
Yes, this was the bunker entrance you described in the report. A lab? That doesn't sound right. Bell's in the lab?
Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck?
This isn't working.
Mark's notes suggest adrenaline.
That's it, though. That's what you were looking for. Perseus was in there.
Oh, what the fuck?
Normal forms of interrogation won't work.
You'll have to establish trust by building up a shared history with the subject.
We have a job to do.
That's why they call him Bell.
Another dose. We'll keep rerunning Scenario 1. Bell, we've got a job to do. According to your debrief, you woke up in the middle of a firefight. Crash survivors were defending against a VC attack. You readied a grenade launcher and charged ahead.
I don't know, does that sound like the Adler?
Really, Bell? You're telling us you died on this mission?
Okay, really, dude? Fuck off.
Really,
Bill? Tell us
ready
you
to
died on
grenade
this
launcher and charged ahead.
Oh, beast. Alright, so I know what happens now. I go to the left. Completely. Okay.
The
path split near a ruin, so you took the right fork, not the trail to the left.
Down! Get down! They see. Move them close. Use our knives. Stay low. Use the grass for cover.
Thanks for the assist. Good luck on your mission.
Thanks. Guess I am on a separate mission. Let's try going through here. No way, there's an arcade game? I love that shit.
You heard Russian voices from a cave across the river, so you went to investigate. Bell, I need you to turn around and go into the cave. Bell's starting to drift. Bell, take the zip line down to the river. No, Bell. You found the bunker by going into the cave. Why is... Sims, this is scenario 17.
They were all pretending like I wasn't
A
there.
tunnel? Okay, you pulled out your sidearm and flashlight. Stop lying, Bell. Start again and tell me how you met Perseus. I don't care if the door was fucking stuck. Open it. Lazar, give Bell another injection.
I don't know if that's a good idea with all the shit he's on.
Do it, now!
Those are some serious convulsions. Someone do something. Wait. Looks like Banner's coming down. Maybe we're okay again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, alright.
Bell, go through the door.
Bell.
Stop speaking in seconds. Hudson, what? Bell, stop speaking.
Stop wasting my time with this hallway. Turn around. What? The lab? What the hell is Bell doing in the lab? Bell, forget about the damn lab. I need to know about the bunker. We're losing Bell. We're completely off script.
Maybe Bell is just fried at this point. We pushed it too far.
We have no leads left. We'll push until we get what we need, or Bell dies.
We've known each other for years.
It appears the subject's programming is beginning to take hold.
Been through the hell of Vietnam together. We got a job to do.
Holy shit.
Can Bell survive another round?
You're asking me?
Do it. We're not leaving empty-handed. Script 17.
Ready.
Bell.
Script 17 is something.
We've been over this already. Skip ahead to the next part. The bunker door was right there at the ruins, Bell. You went in. Bell, go into the bunker now. Bell, open the door. You're the only one who knows where Perseus is, where he'll detonate the nukes. Where is he, Bell?
Comrades, the United States and its allies slowly consume that which is dear to us. Our leaders continue to weaken under this threat. It is the moral duty of Perseus to act when they will not. Soon we will possess an American nuclear bomb. The key to unlocking their entire green light arsenal. Once we control the green light arsenal, we will detonate them all from the safety of Solovetsky.
Gotta admit, I'm surprised. I didn't think they'd recover so fast. We tried everything. Normal forms of interrogation weren't working.
Breaking a subject's will and erasing their mind is a difficult and painful process.
That's a small price to pay.
The CIA's mind control program has had a great deal of success with implanted memories.
You want me to tell them about my time in Vietnam?
Lastly, you'll need a command phrase to trigger the implanted memories.
We have a job to do. We have a job to do.
You had to reach the Soviet bunker.
It appears the subject's programming is beginning to take hold.
We've got a job to do. We've known each other for years. Fought together, bled together, been through the hell of Vietnam together. We've got a job to do.
And now the training's complete. We just need to give the subject a name.
Bell.
Wow. Goddamn. That's pretty fucking crazy. Interesting. So how do they see what I'm seeing in there?
He's coming too.
Bell, no more fucking around. What did Perseus say? Where is he? What you're going through now is nothing compared to what you'll experience if you don't start cooperating.
The fuck?
We gave you a second chance when you were shit out of luck. Now, we just want some assistance in return.
Bell, you were one of them. We think Perseus cut you out of the picture in Turkey. Adler found you still alive.
When the plane leaves Trap Zone, it's stopping in Duga. This you know. Here's what you don't.
Wow.
Perseus won't be there. None of these hired guns are going to leave Duga alive.
Holy shit.
We'll dump the bodies in the forest. Then we will move the weapons to Volkov in Berlin.
And I was the one that got shot up in the truck.
There, we fly to Solovetsky.
But I have other plans for you. Perseus thinks too highly of you.
I don't want the competition.
Wow, holy fuck.
We were there. We found you after everything went down.
Holy shit. Even if that's a lie, that's a good one.
The CIA reinvented you, Bell. We needed to give you a new identity to replace the old. Sims and I both wanted you to be CIA. You didn't resist it as much as we thought you might. And we were able to utilize your language and cryptography skills as an added bonus. The bigger challenge was your memory.
You were put through the CIA's MK-Ultra program, Bell. They gave you new memories, things constructed out of Adler's. It's fucked up. But they needed you to believe you were one of us.
The only reason I officially believe that is because of Lazur, because I saved him.
No. Count yourself lucky. You've only had those memories for a few months. Me? I've been living with them for over a decade. Interrogation didn't work with you, but thanks to MK Ultra's research, we had a backup plan. If you believed you were someone else, we could lead you to a place where you'd give everything up. Enough to get us where we are today, but we're not finished yet. We have a job to do. Bell, we've got a job. You got a job to do.
You got a job to do.
Just
The trigger phrase kept you in line, but it didn't get us everything we needed. Your innermost secrets were always locked behind a door. Bell, I realize you probably hate us right now. What we've done to you.
A little bit.
I just need you to fully understand the stakes here. What you do right now is not about me, it's not about you. It's about millions of other fucking people. It's about stopping someone who, in the end, has no true allegiance to anyone other than himself. So tell me, where is Perseus?
Once we control the Green Earth, We will detonate them all for the safety of Solovetsky.
This is your chance to define who you really are, Bell. Where is Perseus?
For the safety of Solovetsky.
I am really curious where this would lead, but I want to go with the truth, see what happens.
Solovetsky. Sims, get Washington on the line. Everyone else gear up. We're leaving now. You made the right choice, Bell. Come on. You're still one of us.
I should at least get to punch you in the face, Adler. Come on. Oh, yeah.
Perseus. CIA's analysts consider him to be the single largest threat to the free world.
You've been given an important task. Protecting our very way of life from a great evil.
The United States and its allies slowly consume that which is dear to us.
We are hours away from Perseus detonating nuclear bombs in every major European city.
We'll do whatever it takes. Some of us have crossed the line. To make sure the line's still there in the morning. No one's gonna
like some Avengers escape shit, bro.
They don't know us. As for me, I've been chasing this ghost for 13 years. That ends now.
Okay. I gotta say, it kind of seems like they're making a comeback here with this campaign. I was very disappointed with it, hearing it was only 3 hours. This is obviously the last mission.
Coming up on your right. Belikov really came through in the Soviet armor.
About time you caught up, boys.
No way I'm missing this. Motherfuckers are gonna pay for Ice Park.
Look at you, kids. Solovetsky's 2 clicks out.
All units, EMP in transit.
Starfish inbound, 400 knots.
When that baby hits, we'll have 12 minutes max before the radio towers come back online. Our job is to knock out the AA guns and give our warbirds a clean shot. Let's take Perseus off the air.
Okay, holy shit, it starts now? Is that like to get us in?
Fuck me, that looks at the fillings. Light them up! Bad guys. Lots of bad guys.
Off-road him, baby.
Push up, go, go, go!
Obviously, I should use more of that.
AA gun, straight ahead. RPG.
That is damn interesting. I can't, even like right now, I just can't believe it. That's fucking crazy.
Bell, toss out a smoke so we can move up. Mason, Woods, cover right.
Left.
Well, mention before, blow that thing to shit.
Right, stand back. C4 is perfect.
chance risking an early strike. We only got one shot at this.
You don't think I know that? Just be ready to launch when I tell you, Hudson.
How's this?
Contact!
Damn, that guy's tough. How was I should have pushed up so far?
Contact!
Holy shit. Okay. Still good.
Hate these guys. Take them down, quick! We got 5 minutes before all of Europe goes nuclear. Pick up the pace! The power's coming back.
Adler, you see this?
Woods, we're running out of time. I gotta tell Hudson to launch.
That's a big gamble if that gun ain't cleared. Start your bombing run. Copy that. Get your team out of there, Adler. Those bombers won't have a chance if we don't clear that last AA gun. You better hurry the fuck up.
Orders confirmed. Bombing strike.
Val, the bombers will be here any minute.
Okay, hell yeah.
Coordinates confirmed. 1 minute to bomb strike.
Radio towers are still booting up. We got a chance.
All units, be advised. We are scorching Earth. Clear all friendlies. Repeat, clear all friendlies. Bell, we gotta go, now!
Oh, Bell. Doing something ill-advised. After all that? No. No.
They did it, Mr. President. They stopped the nukes.
What?
Thank God.
And the CIA.
Did they get Perseus?
No, sir. His whereabouts are unknown.
And a Russian response?
Nothing. We're seeing signs of confusion. It's possible this was all a rogue operation. Perseus may not have been following orders from Moscow.
Well, I'll be damned. Maybe we have something in common after all.
What the fuck just happened?
Those towers are history. What's your situation down there? Come in. Woods, have you found them yet?
Over here! Give me a hand! Take my hand, Bell. We did it. This is a message to Perseus, and those that'll follow him. We don't just sit back and hope for the best. We'll make the best happen.
What the fuck just happened?
We'll make the best happen. 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 This is how wars are won, Bell.
Do you have an update on Qasim Javadi?
Yeah. With both he and Arash Kadivar dead, their terrorist network collapsed as surviving members fought for control. With no clear leadership in place, it appears the Soviets have decided to cut ties and clean up the mess. Approximately 72 hours ago, the militants' primary encampment was burned to the ground. Nothing but ashes. Apparently, the few survivors that escaped have scattered and gone into hiding.
What about Anton Volkov?
Volkov has become a prime source of information since his capture. After interrogating him, MI6 quickly established a series of listening posts in East Berlin. He'd already intercepted messages from the KGB to assets throughout the city. We're poking holes in the Iron Curtain.
How did the cleanup in Havana go?
We were able to recover Agent Park's body from the compound in Cuba. President Reagan personally reached out to her family, and her casket's in transit to London.
We've spoken to MI6. They're understandably displeased. We owe them one.
Lazar Azaleh is recovering from his injuries in Tel Aviv. He'll return to the agency in good time. Pursuit of Perseus is personal for him now.
What about the rest of the team?
They got off Solovetsky before the Soviets could send in forces to investigate. It'll take some time to heal up, then it's back to work.
We may have stopped Perseus, but his rats are still nesting all around us, thanks to the help of one of our own.
Well, we did finally get Aldrich. That son of a bitch. Perseus' network is still intact, though, and they'll eventually rebuild.
What about Europe?
Not only did we stop a nuclear attack, we managed to take out Major Vadim Rudnik. That should be a significant blow to Perseus' European network. We also flushed 2 of Rudnik's key assets down the shitter. There's one left, and eventually they'll hit the sewer too.
Such poetry, Hudson. And Bell.
Arctic air.
What, are you gonna fucking kill me
There's
here?
the head,
Heather?
doesn't it? Bell, you made 2 extraordinary sacrifices to stop Perseus. One was without your knowledge. The other, you made that decision of your own accord. I just want you to know this little thing that's happened with you and me. It was always for the greater good. You're a goddamn hero, you know that, kid. Heroes have to make sacrifices.
Trying to butter me up.
That's why when I ask you for one more, I hope you understand. It was never personal.
Oh, fuck. So... Bro. You leave me with that? We both draw our guns like fucking cowboys and that's it? Holy shit. I admit, you stepped up your game those last 5 missions. Holy fuck. Yeah, good job guys. You guys did pretty good. Considering you had a year to make it to the game. I'm glad Bell was ready for that. So what would happen if I didn't support it? Obviously, I'm not gonna replay all that for another like fucking 10 hours. I'll probably just look at a YouTube video. shit, how much people worked on this. I admit, that was good. I was concerned and I was disappointed majorly by the 3-hour campaign, but I gotta admit, those 3 to 4 hours were pretty fucking good. I wonder what would happen if they had a full 9-hour campaign. So that's really it? Wow. I definitely feel like there's more to be desired. Ah, damn. Okay, time to look at a video now.
Since really Black Ops 2, this is the first Call of Duty game since then to have multiple different endings. In this video, I am going to show you how to get the different endings, what they are, and explain a little bit as to what they mean for the overall story. What this video isn't is me explaining the actual ending to you guys. In this video, I want to give you guys the endings and have you guys come to your own conclusion. Once this video, let's go for 10,000 likes. Once this video gets 10,000 likes, I will make a separate video explaining the endings to you guys. That way, you guys have some time to come to your own conclusions, and then I can give you what I took away from the campaign. And it is really confusing, so I'm going to try to present the endings in a way that you are easily able to understand them in this video. And then, like I said, once we get to let's say 10,000 likes on this video, I will make an ending explained video. So, there's a lot to talk about here, so let's dive in at the beginning to get to the end. The Black Ops Cold War campaign starts the exact same way the Black Ops 1 campaign starts. You see a match get lit, and then all of a sudden, you are inside of a bar. This time, once again, you are playing as Alex Mason, and alongside you is Woods, and this time, Adler. The mission that you are currently on is to track down Qasim Javadi, who is apparently working for Perseus. Very quickly, you chase him across some rooftops and eventually track him down. He tells you about the second asset working with him named Arash Kadivar, and Arash you find at a Turkish airstrip. At this time, Arash gets out of a vehicle, shoots his 2 friendly soldiers, seemingly, and then gets onto the airplane. You then track him down, blow up the airplane, and by the end of the mission, you end up shooting him, or at least Adler ends up shooting him in the head. At this point, Adler realizes that this is the closest that they're going to be to catching Perseus since he was in Vietnam with him. So what he does is seemingly recruit a soldier that he was working with back in Vietnam. A mystery soldier by the name, or by the code name, of Bell. This is where you see your character creation at the beginning of the game. You, Bell, seemingly are someone who is able to decipher codes and can be an asset because you have seeming...
Well, apparently I got the good ending.
Did you look at the
when it was a fucking cowboy quick draw.
Did you look at the ending that I sent you?
No.
Okay, I'll pull it up.
Well, I'm gonna watch this because it's explaining the story behind it.
No, but look at here's one of the endings.
I just totally disregard my fact.
Here's the ending.
You turn that down.
What, you killed Woods and Alex?
Hayden, turn that down or get out. I'm trying to go to bed.
I think that's an ending. Is that an ending?
I don't think so.
Hey, shut your bitch ass up.
I don't know.
Back in Vietnam of none other than Perseus. On this mission, you use Bell's memory to go back in time and try to remember running into Perseus back in Vietnam. By the end of the mission, you end up finding more intel on Perseus. Bell seemingly is able to decipher this intel that he found in Vietnam, which leads us to another character named Anton Volkov, who you end up tracking down in East Berlin. Once you do so, you're able to get more information out of him that leads you to a Soviet training facility. At this training facility, Bell hacks into one of the Soviet computers and finds out that they have actually stolen one of America's nukes. In a project called Operation Greenlight, basically America planted nukes across Europe to stop Russia from invading areas in Europe that were friendly to them. If the Soviets were to invade, they'd blow up the nukes and take out a big portion of the Russian troops. Perseus found out about this and then stole one of those Operation Greenlight nukes. At this point, Adler starts to get desperate because now if this nuke goes off, it's going to look like America is at fault. So he decides to invoke some desperate measures, and him and Bell decide to invade a KGB headquarters to get information off a mainframe computer that will tell them some of the sleeper agents that Perseus has within the CIA. Now, out of all of the sleeper agents that they find on this computer, one name stands out, a doctor by the name of Dr. Theodore Hastings. He is a doctor of nuclear energy, and they track him down and end up finding out a little bit more about him. First of all, he was working for Perseus, but he was forced to work for Perseus. Perseus, shortly before they got there, goes in, shoots him, and leaves him for dead. Fortunately, our team was able to make contact with him, and they find out Perseus's true plan. His plan was to reverse engineer the nuke that he stole to get the nuclear codes for every other bomb in Europe, and planned on detonating those and having a massive, massive casualty attack. And this is where things get crazy. On exfil from this area, Bell ends up getting hurt. When they get back to the safe house, Adler is absolutely desperate. He needs to stop Perseus from detonating these nukes. So what does he do but inject some memory juice into Bell to get more information from the Vietnam mission, to find anything that can give him a location Perseus. Now, through one of the trippiest missions ever, which of course we'll dive into more in the ending explained, you find out some huge information. First of all, you find out that you were never in Vietnam with Adler. In fact, you are not a CIA agent. Remember that scene where Arash Kadivar shoots the two soldiers in the car? Yeah, you're one of those soldiers.
You worked for Perseus, Bell. I know it's hard to believe, but Arash Kadivar 86'd you at the airfield in Turkey. Like to Solovetsky. Well, they have other plans for you. Perseus thinks too highly of you. I don't want the competition. We were there. We found you.
And from here is where we get into the endings. So essentially, after this, you
Jesus. Okay, thanks.
where Perseus
Well, I mean, I'll take it.
Your two options are to either tell Adler the truth or
Dude, I can't even start in a match. It's error every time I load something.
Dude, I gotta say, even though the campaign was only 3 to 4 hours, they really made that 3 to 4 hours worth it. Holy fuck. That was brilliant.
The truth leads you to Solovetsky, which is where Perseus...
What?
Every time I load into something that says Air Dragon, it kicks me out.
I have no clue. Something weird on mine's happened as well. So I was gonna get kicked out of the campaign. I only had 15 minutes to check the license.
Probably because of me.
And that was like 10 minutes ago. So, I don't know.
Probably because of me. Because I downloaded on the
lead them to a Russian Duke close
Maybe.
to Noble,
Good
which
night.
is basically nowhere and gives time for Perseus to launch the nukes. Now, from this, it seems as though there is two different endings, the truth and the lie. However, there is actually three. So the first one that we're going to start out with is when you lie. So with this one, you send your team to the Duga, essentially giving Perseus time to launch the nukes. Now there's two options after you do this. You can either inform Perseus that you are going to the Duga, or you can just go there without telling Perseus. This is the option where you don't tell Perseus. Here is ending number one. We'll call this the bad ending.
5 years ago, NATO intelligence detected a powerful signal of unknown origin. The new signal created radio disruptions worldwide.
Not to mention all kinds of conspiracy theories.
NATO quickly tracked it to this facility in the Soviet Republic of Ukraine, Duga Radar Array.
It's an over-the-horizon radar system. Big improvement over their old missile defense tech. Uses a lot of juice. Could be used to broadcast any kind of long-range signal they want, like detonation codes to every green light nuke in Europe.
Where exactly is this thing?
About 60 miles north of Kiev.
Interesting.
It's a Pripyat and Chernobyl. It's nothing but thick forest for miles around. A perfect hiding spot for Perseus. We'll have to drop you in a little further out. No recon, no heavy support. Just a light infiltration squad. Shouldn't be a problem. Just point the way. Bell came through at the time. I never doubted it.
Would it still be appropriate to wear a Trump 2020 mask?
Oh.
You sure you're not forgetting something, Bill?
Ashes to Ashes, that's the name of this one?
There's nothing here. This can't be the right place. We didn't see anything on our side either.
It's him. Fucking lied to us.
That true, Bill? You pull us out to the middle of nowhere Russia so Perseus can detonate those nukes? What kind of fucked up logic is that? What a waste. You actually could have done something with yourself, kid. Those nukes were for defense, not offense. You don't recognize the difference? I'd let you walk back to Perseus, but I think I'll spare you the regret instead. Apparently, we didn't do a good enough job. Time's up, kid. I guess I'll finish this job myself.
Fuck if I can. Leave it for Perseus to find.
Get Hudson in the horn. We gotta warn the president.
Essentially, this gives time for Perseus to launch the nukes. The detonation goes on and kills millions upon millions of people. This is what I like to call the bad ending. Essentially, the Soviets win and Perseus is now at a huge advantage over America moving forward, as the rest of the world thinks America is the one at fault for launching these nukes. However, this is not the evil ending. So this is probably one of the darkest endings I've ever seen in a Call of Duty game ever by a long shot. So in this ending, you once again lie to Adler and tell him to go to the Duga. He believes you, but this time you go to a comm system and notify Perseus where you are going. Essentially, setting up an ambush.
Holy shit. Oh.
So in this ambush, you get picked up.
You literally kill.
Perseus, you kill Park, you kill Woods, and well, this is how.
Holy fuck. Woods.
Glad to see you still care. Mind giving me a light?
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Holy fuck.
That street dog should have been put down long ago. You remember my face, don't you? Solovetsky, stand by for the detonation. I think you deserve this moment, comrade.
The new era began. Detonate the nukes. The West falls today.
I wish we could return to Solovetsky to watch it all unfold, but that chapter is closed now. We begin the next one together. You did well. And to think, after all this time, they still believe I'm Perseus. As if Perseus could ever be an individual hurting alone. So American. We'll need a new home now. The Central Committee will be more surprised than the CIA. Even if we made the best choice for the future of our homeland. Yet, for humanity, their eyes will be as clouded as ours once were. Come, there is still much to be done.
Holy fuck. During that entire period, my mouth was just dropped in awe. He murdered Mason. He executed him. He did the execution on Mason. Dropped him. Shot Woods in the fucking head. Domed Parks. And he was just dropping the team. And then just stabbed Adler in the chest. Holy fuck. Oh.
This is what happens with the good ending. You then tell Adler and the crew to go to Solovetsky, and a completely different cutscene ensues, and also a completely different mission.
What the fuck?
Perseus. The CIA's analysts consider him to be the single largest threat to the free world.
You've been given an important task. Protecting our very way of life from a great evil.
The United States and its allies solely consume that which is dear to us.
We are hours away from Perseus detonating nuclear bombs in every major European city.
Oh.
Some of us have crossed the line to make sure the line's still there in the morning. No one's gonna brand us heroes or villains. They don't know us. As for me, I've been chasing this ghost for 13 years.
I'm still in fucking awe. Bell, like, fully commits to what he was before he got brainwashed and whatever, and murders them. All of them.
So in this mission, you go to Solovetsky, you have to go to the compound, and eventually your job is to take out the AI so that your team can bomb the area and stop them from
stop the nukes.
Thank God.
And the CIA.
The video Perseus?
No, sir. His whereabouts are unknown.
And a Russian response?
Nothing yet. We're seeing signs of confusion. It's possible this was all a rogue operation. Perseus may not have been following orders from Moscow.
Well, I'll be damned. We have something in common after all.
Holy fuck.
Take my hand, Bell.
And this is Bell.
We did it.
This guy.
This is a message to Perseus and those that'll follow him. We don't just sit back and hope for the best. We'll make the best happen. This is how wars are won, Bell.
Film and sound design at IPR College of Creative Arts. A community of professionals training
Really,
the
nigga?
next generation.
Really?
There's the head, doesn't it?
Bell, you made two extraordinary sacrifices to stop Perseus. One was without your knowledge. The other, you made that decision of your own accord. I just want you to know that this little thing that's happened with you and me, it was always for the greater good. You're a goddamn hero, you know that, kid. Heroes have to make sacrifices. That's why when I ask you for one more, I understand.
Why does Adler have to kill him? The dual cowboy draw. Who kills him? I'm so curious. What the fuck? I want to know how that went.
So that is the good ending. Adler seemingly kills Bell at the very end, but there is a big thing that you may have missed in that scene. And that's what the ending explained video is going to be for, because that alone would probably take me about 10 minutes to explain. Now, at the end scene, there are 5 different decisions you make throughout the game that will affect the outcomes at the very end. The outcomes are very little difference, even depending on the ending that you choose, but I thought I would show you what the 5 decisions you have to make are. The first one is in the very first mission when you interrogate Qasim Javadi on the rooftop. Your options are either to capture him, release him, or kill him. Based off of this option, he either becomes a CIA asset, goes back and works for the Russians, or he's obviously dead. The second one is Anton Volkov. He is the second person that you capture. This is very similar to Qasim Javadi. Either one of them becomes a CIA asset, or you kill him, and obviously nothing happens there. The third is probably the biggest decision. In this mission, at the very end, as your team escapes, you get attacked, and 2 of your teammates get injured. Both Lazar and Park are injured, and you only have time to save one of them. At the very end, you have to choose between Park and Lazar. Essentially, who you choose does not affect the story whatsoever. It's just that's who's alive at the end of the game. And then finally, the last 2 differences are with the side missions. The first one is called Operation Chaos, and there is a man named Aldrich. If you do this mission, you kill Aldrich. If you do the Easter egg and do this mission, you kill Aldrich and take out his 3 key assets. And then if you don't do this mission, basically Aldrich just goes and works for Perseus at the end of the game no matter what. In Operation Red Curtain, a man named Vadim Rudnik has, once again, the assets that you can either decide to take out if you do the Easter egg and if you can collect the intel, or you can just eliminate him, and if you don't, once again, he becomes an asset for Perseus. Again, none of these really have a direct correlation with what happens at the end of the game. It's more like a post-credits.
The sky is the limit. This is Tuesday. This is your moment.
Fuck you, shut up.
Your monthly gift.
To say, oh, these characters, this is what happened to them. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all of the endings for Black Ops Cold War. Now, one of these endings, I will tell you right now, is the canon ending. And it is what the story is going to work with moving forward. So, if you would like to see an ending explained video and go in further detail as to what
I do need that, because I'm like, probably serious people, I did not read every piece of evidence in the game that was there to base my decisions and shit properly. So, probably will have to watch Ending to explain, which I will also put on a live stream just for that.
What exactly is the real ending? Be sure to hit that like button. Like I said, let's aim for 10,000 likes, and as soon as this video gets there, that is when
Holy fuck, though, that is insane.
Also, if you like what you see here, I generally do these story videos once a week. Since it's the launch of the game, there'll probably be more comments. So if you like what you see, I'll stay up to date on it. Be sure to
Who lived? I'm so curious who lived between them.
let me know what you think of the endings.
Their fingers were both on the trigger, both quick drawn. But you could tell he was pulling his pistol.
It was never personal.
Jesus. I gotta say, they made up for it. That is pretty fucking crazy. That was a good campaign. Kind of curious on other YouTubers' reactions.
Hey ladies, when it's that time of the month, and okay, now that the men have hit skip, we can talk.
Alright. Everyone converge on the gate.
How to kill Persis. Secret.
Those nukes were for defense, not offense. You don't recognize the difference? I'd let you walk back to Perseus, but I think I'll spare you the regret instead. Apparently we didn't do a good enough job. Time's up.
Wait, what were those three options? Sorry, Heather. I've got a job to do. You sure about that? Have you joined Bark? Holy shit, dude. Jesus, just shoot Lazar in the fucking head. And you can kill Perseus right there. And the game instantly ends? What the hell? That ending for the campaign is so good that it's just fucking crazy. I can't wrap my head around it. Turns out the video is explained. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your spoiler alert for this.
I forgot that's 3 days old.
Campaign yet, or you don't know what happens and you don't want it to be spoiled for you, do not watch the rest of this video. It should be pretty self-explanatory by the title. This is all about the ending of the game, explaining it, because it is freaking confusing. So, if you don't want the game spoiled, don't continue like button if you really want to, but this is all about the ending, so let's dive into that. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 days ago I uploaded a video that had all of the endings in Black Ops Cold War, and I explained to you guys how you could get those endings for yourself and come up with your own conclusions. I told you in that video, if we hit 10,000 likes, then I would make a separate video explaining the ending and what they actually meant for the game. Well, less than a day later, the video is well over 10,000 likes. So first of all, thank you, and here is the biggest campaigns of all time. But there are going to be some things that we're not going to go over in this video. And some of them include this rascal that you're seeing on screen here and how he's involved with not only Black Ops Cold War, but also Modern Warfare as well. So if you want to see some more videos like this one, some more story videos with the campaign, all you got to do to show me is simply hit that like button. And let's say, I guess we'll aim higher. If this video hits 20,000 likes, then I'll keep this series going and keep these videos coming for you guys. But as far as understanding the ending of this game, there's multiple parts to it. And the first part that we have to look at is the road that you take to get to the end of the game. So this part of the story is the same for everyone. No matter what your decisions are, no matter what you do during the campaign, this part of the story remains the same. And as far as this part of the story goes, it begins with Mason, Adler, and Woods hunting down some Perseus associates, which eventually lead them to a Turkish airstrip hunting down a man named Arash Kadivar. Now at this time, as they look through binoculars, they see a Jeep pull up and Arash Kadivar gets out. At this time, he shoots and kills the two associates that are inside of the Jeep. Then, you try to snipe him, miss, and a chase scene ensues. Once you blow up the airplane and then kill Arash, you then complete the mission. At this time, you have the most intel you've had so far on Perseus since 1968, so at this time, Adler wants to put together a task force to hunt down and stop Perseus. This is then okayed by the president himself, Ronald Reagan, so Adler puts together a
Reagan,
task force
did you really just say that, nigga?
associates that he's worked with before, including Lazar, Sims, Park. On top of this, the CIA throws in some of their regulars, including Frank Woods and Alex Mason, but Adler insists on a new agent being added, one that he apparently worked with back in Vietnam, by the name of Bell. That is all the information we have on this character. Now, the first thing that they need is more information on Perseus. So they dive back into their memories, and Adler, Sims, and Bell go back to their time in Vietnam in the year 1968, specifically in January. At this time, Adler, Bell, and Sims were in Vietnam, and they get sent on a mission to go receive intel on
Oh shit, nigga, that's why fucking Sims said, you're joking about that, right? When I asked him, it looks like Vietnam or Nam defeated you. Because I never was actually there. And he's like, I could just... And then he just stopped.
Find out is none other than Perseus. Now, at this time, they are also sent an asset. This asset was a nuclear device, which they then get shot down out of the air, and then Soviet soldiers then attack them in an attempt to take this nuclear device, which ended up being unsuccessful. Fortunately, Bell has a background in cryptography, so the crew uses him to decrypt some of the intelligence that they got back in Vietnam, which leads them to another Perseus associate known as Anton Volkov. Volkov then gives them information about a Soviet facility, and Woods and Bell are sent to infiltrate it and find out exactly what Perseus is. Inside here, they use Bell's background in cryptography to hack into a computer, and they find out about an operation known as Operation Greenlight. This is a mission where the United States planted nuclear devices around Europe in case of a Soviet invasion. If the Soviets invade, they launch the nukes, killing all the Soviet troops, and therefore stopping the Soviet army. From here, we have a blast from the past as Mason and Woods are sent to Mount Yamantau, very similar to Black Ops 1, to find a Soviet mainframe that essentially doesn't give them the information that they want. So instead of doing this, they then are sent to infiltrate a KGB headquarters. Now at this time, Mason and Woods are still in Yamantau, so Adler and Bell are the ones to then go and infiltrate the KGB headquarters. At this time, they find out a bunch of information about sleeper agents within the CIA, within American government, so on and so forth. At this time, they find out about a doctor by the name of Theodore Hastings, who just so happens to be a doctor in nuclear physics. They end up tracking down Hastings to Cuba. They believe that Perseus's plan is to get Hastings to the nuke They will then bring the nuke from Cuba into the United States and detonate it, causing a massive attack. However, as they get to Cuba and as they get to Hastings, they find out that this was not the plan. When looking on a terminal, they see Perseus come in the room and assassinate Hastings. It turns out when they talk to Hastings that the plan all along was to force Hastings, no, Hastings wasn't working with Perseus, to reverse engineer the nuclear codes from the nuke that they stole, and in turn, make it so that they could then launch all of the other nukes hidden throughout Europe. Now, the clock is ticking. Now, as you try to extract from Cuba, you get attacked by the Soviets, and at this time, all of your team essentially gets injured. Bell, Park, and Lazar. You only have time to save one person, either Park or Lazar. This is actually one of the decisions that actually matters for the ending, kind of. We'll get into it, but for the sake of this, I ended up simping for Park. We'll get more into that later. At this time is where things start to hit the fan. So first things first, you get back to the safe house and you are strapped down to a gurney. And we start to hear some strange dialogue between Hudson and Adler.
Focus. Sims, get the dosages ready. All of them.
Adler, stop wasting our valuable time. He's not dangerous to us anymore.
Stay alert, Bell. You're the key to stopping Perseus. No more half-assing. We're doing an intracerebral injection. Man, the Asaki. You sure about this guy?
From this point on, this is where we begin to see the true story of who Bell is. Now, in the beginning of this mission, you actually hear Perseus telling Bell to not trust Adler.
Do not trust Adler. Adler is lying to you. Do not trust him. Do not listen to Adler. He is lying to you. He is lying to you. Trust Adler.
Now, throughout the rest of this mission, it is narrated by Adler talking to Bell, which is odd because this is supposed to be Bell's memory. The point of this mission is to go through Bell's memory and remember finding a bunker where he found information on Perseus. And slowly as you go through these missions, you open these red doors and inside find information bit by bit to help you clue you in to who Perseus is and where he is. The mission keeps resetting. Now, as the mission resets, things change. Day becomes night, the weapon that you're using is different, and on top of that, the locations of the bunkers change as well. And as you go through some of these doors of bunkers, you start to realize that when you go through them, you're seeing strange things like laboratories or chairs similar to those of Masons in Black Ops 1. Now, eventually, upon opening the right bunker door, you get to a scene where you're not just finding Perseus or where he is. You were sitting at a round table, a meeting of a bunch of people that you've seen throughout the campaign, the bad guys. And Perseus is standing in front of you, telling you his plans.
Our leaders continue to weaken under this threat. It is the moral duty of Perseus to act when they will not. Soon we will possess an American nuclear bomb. The key to unlocking their entire green light arsenal. Once we control the green light arsenal, we will detonate them all from the safety of Solovitz.
So you find out Perseus' plan, but your question may be, how does Bell know this if he just ran into him in Vietnam? Well, this is where we get our answer, and it's a confusing one.
And now the
What we then find out is that Bell is not a CIA agent. In fact, we saw Bell earlier in the campaign. When we go to assassinate Arash Kadivar, what we see is him shoot two people who are inside the Jeep. One of these people is then found alive by Adler and taken back to the safe house. At this time, they use a program called MK Ultra, which, by the way, is the same program used on Mason in the first Black Ops game. And on top of this, it's actually a thing that existed in real life to implant memories into people and then change the way they look at the world and the way that they operate. This was done to who we now know as Bell. Now, you heard in the cutscene that we just listened to, Adler had a trigger phrase saying, "We have a job to do." And this is how he took memories and put them into Bell. So, for example, right before the first Vietnam mission happened, this is what we hear Adler say to Bell.
We're looking for anything that can lead us to Perseus.
This feels like looking for a needle in a haystack, in a field of haystacks. Maybe, but that needle's somewhere. Remember, we had a job to do.
So boom, this memory is implanted, and they put Adler and Sims into this memory so that Bell would trust them. So what we can take away from this is that this entire Vietnam part of the story is made up, right? Wrong. As we find out in one of the opening scenes when Adler is talking to Reagan, is that in Vietnam in 1968, Adler was there when Perseus tried to steal the nuclear asset that we see in the mission that Bell's on.
1968, Vietnam War. Viet Cong soldiers orchestrated by Perseus attempted to steal an American-made nuclear bomb from a U.S. firebase.
So what happened is they actually tried to imprint Adler's memories onto Bell. This is going to become of huge importance later. So we now know how the whole story works, how they brainwashed Bell, but the question is from here, based off of the decisions you make at the very last moments of the campaign, what is the canon ending? This is, again, pretty damn confusing. So the first ending that's easiest to dismiss is pretty simple. It's the evil ending. So in this ending, you lie to Adler, and then you get on the radio, and then you let Perseus know where you guys are going so that you can ambush the squad. And in this, what ends up happening is you ambush the squad, and then you and Perseus end up killing literally everyone. Now, the reason why we can dismiss this ending is because in this ending, you kill Woods, you kill Mason. Therefore, Black Ops 2 could have never happened. And as we know, this game takes place between Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. So obviously, this is not the canon ending. But there is one thing in this ending that is interesting. In this ending, when you're talking to so-called Perseus, he says this.
And to think, after all this time, they still believe I'm Perseus. As if Perseus would ever... So American.
So in this ending, they state that Perseus is not a person, but rather an organization of people, which actually makes a lot of sense with all that we see with the various different bad guys in Black Ops 1, 2, and here in Cold War. Now, is this true? It's hard to say. With this not being the canon ending, this could still just be a lie. Perseus could still be one person. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Maybe this is something we could dive into in a future video if you're interested in that. Now, going back to the second ending we have, the bad ending. In this ending, you once again lie to Adler, and then you go to the Duga, but this time you don't let Perseus know where you were going, so there is no ambush. This time, the nukes are launched, and most of Europe is destroyed. However, Bell is killed by Adler and the crew. The rest of the crew survives. The only downside is that a big portion of Europe is destroyed because Perseus has time to launch all of these nukes. As bad as this ending is, this is still possible. It is possible that this is the canon ending. I tried and looked for a reason why this could not be the canon ending, but as I look at it, there is nothing to disprove it. If you look at Black Ops 2, there are no missions that take place in Europe in the year 1986. All of them are either in South America or Angola. After this, as of right now, the multiplayer of Black Ops Cold War takes place in 1984, and there are no maps in Europe, which means the nuke could have gone off. There is nothing to disprove it. The only thing to disprove this ending is the fact that in Black Ops 2, they don't mention any nuclear explosions. You'd think that this would be a big thing that affected the world, and for them not to mention it would be a little bit strange. That's the only is the canon ending. So moving on to what is probably the canon ending, which is the good ending. It's where you tell Adler the truth and you go to Solovetsky. This is where Perseus is planning on sending out the nuke launch codes and then launching all of the nukes around you. In this, you end up stopping the launch codes from going out, you blow up the area, and then boom, you have saved the day. However, the interesting part of this ending is at the very end.
Take my hand, Bell. We did it. This is a message to Perseus and those that'll follow him. We don't just sit back and hope for the best. We'll make the best happen. This is how wars are won, Bell.
Arctic air. There's the head, doesn't it? Bell, you made two extraordinary sacrifices to stop Perseus. One was without your knowledge. The other, you made that decision of your own accord. I just want you to know this little thing that's happened with you and me. It was always for the greater good. You're a goddamn hero, you know that, kid. Heroes have to make sacrifices. That's why when I ask you, you understand. It was never personal.
So what? Like, that seems so out of place in that ending. Adler was giving you life lessons on this is how wars were won, and then all of a sudden he's trying to shoot you? Alright, well, we need to answer two questions here. Why did Adler turn on you? And secondly, who actually died at the end there? Now, a lot of people are saying we don't know the answer to this, but the answer is actually incredibly simple. As we just discussed, the multiplayer of Black Ops Cold War takes place in 1984, and it just so happens that one of the operators is Adler. Therefore, we know Adler is not dead. Adler's at least alive in 1984. Now, I heard a lot of people saying, well, he's not in Black Ops 2, so that means he died here. No, that's not the case. We definitely see him here. The other thing that we can take away from this, as of right now in the operators, Park is an operator and Lazar is not. What this tells me is that the decision where you save Park and Lazar dies is the canon decision for the story. That's why Lazar is not currently an operator in multiplayer. Now that could change in the future, they could add people in, but as of right now, this is what it looks like. And then for the big one, why did Adler turn on Bell? Now, as we know, Bell, to begin with, was a Russian asset. He worked with Perseus. Now, a lot of people are saying that Adler did this to basically clean up his path, to make it so there was no loose ends for the CIA. But as we heard earlier, most of the CIA people, including Black, who was one of the main people relaying information to Ronald Reagan, was okay with Bell. They thought that he was now a good guy and a CIA asset.
He's got balls, I'll give him that.
Bell did well.
Seemingly.
However, Adler still shoots him. Why? Well, personally, what I believe is that he is cleaning up loose ends, but not for the CIA, but rather for himself. You see, the memories that were imprinted in Bell's mind were not just made up. They were not just out there and coming up with a fictional story. They were actually Adler's memories, which means Bell knows a lot more about Adler than basically anyone else. A good example of this is in the flashback to Vietnam in the year 1968. When Bell sees Adler's face, there is no scar on it. However, at this point, Bell doesn't know when Adler got his scar. You can figure that out later in the campaign, but that's after this mission. Before this, Bell doesn't know, so if he was just inferring or remembering, he would have thought that Adler had the scar and therefore would have seen him that way in the flashback. However, he doesn't, which means Adler gave him all of this background information on this memory, which tells us that Bell knew almost everything about Adler. So instead of trying to hide something for the CIA, I truly believe that Adler is trying to hide something about himself. Now, what that thing is, I don't currently know. It could just be a secret he has, a mistake he made, or could it be that he is working with Perseus? Well, for now, that is something that will remain a mystery, but it's definitely something that we can dive into in the future. And as I said before, if you want to see these stories and explaining videos come out more frequently, the best way to show me is by hitting that like button, and let me know down in the comments what you'd like to see me cover next in regard to the Cold War story. Also, if you're new here, want to stay up to date on all my videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. It's the best way to stay up to date on all my videos.
Still, that is a wow, bro. Holy fuck. So basically, it was everything I knew, other than the whole Adler part at the end. God, I sound like shit. I did not know that. That was basically the only part I didn't know. Which is why that is very interesting. Honestly, that's a pretty good fucking theory. But really, after all of that, working with Bell and shit, you gotta just, like other operators, like real life, basically, just fucking wipe them off the board, scratch off that ticket, close loose ends. There we go. They had to clear loose ends. I mean, come on, man. You can't just let them live. I mean, I guess that makes sense, because, like, unlike everyone else, he knows how he got that scar and shit, but I don't know, Adler. Come on, man. Place of birth redacted. Probably for a reason. Other than Bell, which he now killed. It makes sense. In a way. I just hope it's not true. I hope there's a wider explanation on that. I guess is the word. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm still local. I don't know. I really do wish there's a better explanation for Bell and the campaign in general. Even though I know Treyarch likes to be cryptic. Yeah, Wi-Fi's still out. Hot damn. Well, that is the campaign. I'll be damned. That was a good one. That's for sure. I don't know if it was as good as Modern Warfare per se. Where I'd say how that game was a top 5 campaign easily. I would say this one could be a top 5, but it'd probably have to be like 4 or 5. Because timeline wise, that does make sense with Black Ops 1. And it does make it more interesting, which turns out that whole memory thing, like Inkslash said, is real. Where they can implant memories and interrogate you. And they can change basically who you are. But turns out that was also the thing used on Mason. Which I suppose was also used to, like, turn him back to normal when he was brainwashed to kill the president and shit. which, crazy here, kind of off topic, Black Ops 4, when it shows Mason at the insane asylum for Blackout, and Woods pulling up out of the end of that campaign. Well, can't really call it a campaign, but operator training, basically. It showed Alex, or David, going through memories, and he was saying how Woods was in the box at the starting mission Black Ops 2, when you save fucking skinny ass nigga Woods. By the way, Haley, tablet off right fucking now. You were supposed to be in bed 3 hours ago. Don't fucking me. I'll tell Mom that. They don't give a shit about it. Literally, I don't give a fuck. There is still called going to bed for decency. And also, it's good for that. Because then you get a clock. Your body gets used to that. And you are a retard because of that. Yeah. That was pretty good to how the Hudson twist and shit started happening. I don't know. That was a pretty good campaign though. Top 10 for sure. I'd easily give it that. That's without a doubt. Top 5, maybe. It'd have to be towards the end for top 5. Because then I'd have to put Modern Warfare 2.
Jake.
Yeah.
I thought you said that you didn't want to stay up till 2 a.m.
Well, campaign took longer than I thought. It's a good thing I stopped you when you did. I should have stopped you earlier. Right away. Well, fuck you. And you should have went to bed anyway, still. After the TV. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, fuck you. Bitch nigga. Fuck, I don't remember what I was saying. That Hudson part, though. He gets a fucking solid right hook. By Woods. God damn. Now I gotta watch Tio play this, because I'm very curious on his options, what he chose. I don't know, I'm curious how this is gonna go. I was told there's a story for multiplayer and shit, so I don't know. Either way, pretty damn good campaign. They definitely made up for it. I'm even more curious what would happen if it was a full 8 to 9 hour campaign instead of a 4. They did make up for it being that short, though. Very interesting. I'm gonna call it there.